All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the clown show? The Albert Menendez clown show. So, if you don't know who he is, he's some loser who loves to run his mouth about me and about other people. I need to remind you how much of a clown this guy is in real life. He lays in bed in his sleeping bag all day playing on his phone because he doesn't have anything better to do with his life. He's homeless, by the way. And I shouldn't be making fun of a mentally ill homeless guy, but here we go. He needs to be brought back down to earth and get humbled a little bit. Fucking loser. Pathetic piece of shit. Human trash. So, here's some of his earliest arrests. Drug court in 98, 99. We have 2 felonies in the year 2000. Then we have some misdemeanors in 2015, 2016, 2017. Various DUIs, theft, drug charges, and also an exposing a sexual organs in public. That's the most pathetic of them all. And we're going to cover that. We have the testimony. Stand by. Here's one. Look at this motherfucker's face right here. Sad, pathetic piece of shit. Broward County. Here we go again. Look at those eyes. Look at those empty, pathetic eyes. Loser. Bald. Here we go again. Another booking report. So here's the main dish right here. This is the deputy testimony from when he was arrested for exposing sexual organs in public. On April 2nd, 2017, I responded to 7910 Northwest 7th Street in reference to a lewd act. Upon my arrival, I made contact with an off-duty Broward Sheriff Office deputy. The deputy was fully dressed in his deputy uniform. Deputy advised that while he was getting dressed for an off-duty detail, he saw a white male, later determined to be Albert Menendez, on his knees masturbating outside of his kitchen window facing the pool. Let's read that again. Albert Menendez on his knees masturbating outside of his kitchen window. Deputy advised that the defendant's sexual organs was fully exposed and he was stroking himself with a back and forth motion. Deputy advised he made contact with the defendant in full uniform as the defendant's sexual organs was exposed and he was pleasuring himself. Deputy contacted Pembroke Pines Police for assistance. Sergeant Pereira arrived on scene and made contact with the defendant. Sergeant Pereira read the defendant Miranda warnings, and the defendant advised he understood and waived those Miranda rights. The defendant admitted to the sexual act and advised that he was having phone sex with his girlfriend. I asked why wasn't he performing the sexual act inside of his home, and he stated that his kids and ex-wife were inside the home. Listen up. Those kids probably are not his. He's shacking up with a woman who has kids from another man. And even in that situation, he still could not get laid. So he had to go outside out of shame to go jack off. And he wasn't on the phone with his girlfriend. He was probably watching porn on his phone. Fucking loser. Because you think they have a computer in there. They probably don't. He doesn't have any privacy in his own home, so he has to step outside to watch porn on his phone and fap to it. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, Albert. You are pathetic. You're so pathetic. And what are you doing right now? According to your LinkedIn, you're working at Benihana's as a server? I wonder how their district manager would feel knowing that an internet predator, a real-life scumbag piece of shit, is working for them. Did they do a background check? Did they drug test you? Maybe it's time they get a phone call or an email. Maybe all they got to do is just drug test you, and that'll be enough evidence to get you the fuck out of there. Back on the streets where you belong, you fucking bum. Loser. Talking all that shit. Talking all that shit. And you're a loser. You're pathetic, just like everyone else you hang out with. Just like everyone else you hang out with. You have your little giggles in a little corner on the internet at my expense, and you think it's funny. We're laughing at you now, loser. And there's more to come.